Right, people are stirring now, about 1:25, and I believe we're going to be taken into the church to have a little look around there. In the meantime, just look at the scenery here. This is somewhere I've never been to before. Oh, look at this, they even got a nice modern house with a double garage up there. Huh? Just don't know how to get here by road. Must investigate sometime. And I think the leader's just walking into the church now. Nice peaceful spot. Lovely stained glass windows.
As they say, take a pew. Leland Church, Leland Chapel. It's in Old Leith benefice. 5 churches: Treeborough, Leland, Oldleith, Washford, Rosewater. This is my parish church. I live in Rosewater. So depending which end of the village you are, you're either in St Giles, Leland Parish, which is my end of the village, which is Valiant Soldier end if you're familiar with Rosewater. The majority of the village, Oldleith. So this is where I worship every other Sunday, roughly. So I'll tell you a bit about the church. The original church, this is Victorian, this building. The original church was here in Saxon times. Church then was about 46 feet by 19 feet. A little bit smaller than this one. And it says it had a small bell-top and singing loft. And it was linked with the Farwell Grange of Lee, which is now Lee Barton, which we will see on our next part of the trip. And that has a field called Giles Ground or Giles Rock in the middle of the copse called Cliffwood, so there's links there with the church here, which, as I said, is dedicated to St Giles. And about that, this says at one time the village of Lee was listed in the Abbey Records, because it has, Lee Barton has connections with the Abbey, which we will talk about. 18 tenements and land and water courses. This is the rentals from the Abbey, £11, 8 and 5 pence. If you can remember what 8 and 5 pence was. At the beginning of the last century, the church has a church school. So the building that way, on the corner of the road, which we can briefly look at as we go out, was the old school. That's now a private house. But it was attended by, it says, close to 100 children. So you can imagine there's a small community here now, what, about half a dozen properties, but yet we used to have 100 children going to the school up here. And they walked for many miles, because it was at the school at Rosewater, so the kids from Rosewater had to walk up here to school. In those days, a child could leave school at 13, prior to that the age of being 12, and if the child reached a certain standard, a headmaster and 2 women teachers were employed, but in the middle of the century numbers dropped to the headmistress and 11 pupils before the church school eventually closed. And you'll notice on here there's a plaque on the organ, in memory of Walter Williams, who played the organ for 57 years. Sorry, that's just a bit interesting. Imagine. And that's about, it's not much more than, or much less than half the time this church had been here. This guy played the organ. And it says, for which, I never knew the guy, for which he received an appreciation from the Archbishop of Canterbury. And I would hope so. He played the organ.
You can see the sort of red soil there.
And the railway's right in the valley there. Right
can you see the 2 buzzards soaring? Yeah.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
I'm pointing with
you see the brown field
yes, I got him,
ahead.
got him, got him.
I don't see you get it on the camera.
They do come even across our garden, you know. Do you know what? The blackbirds, not the blackbirds, the crows. Rooks rather. The rooks gang up on it. Chase them away. All been very discouraging about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. They found some of the burn because it's fuel.
I know, it sounds very...
You'd think, I know it's right though.
Just looking across the valley at where the ground is actually slipping, top surface.
Brother-in-law, he's in Australia, is going to come here. I might bring him up here because it's beautiful.
Yes, it's worth seeing the view.
Do the same route. Glades.
Yeah, little glade with a pond in it.
There was a television programme about the First World War from the air. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't.
Well, after the Great War, this Frenchman took an airship over the battlefields
Yes,
and he photographed the Ypres and
yes,
some of the towns which had been blasted to nothing, right?
gosh, yes.
And it also dealt with a little bit of the history. The sappers went and dug 17 tunnels and positioned themselves under the lines of the Germans,
Right,
packed millions of tons of explosive underneath,
goodness,
blow them up,
heavens.
right?
Yes,
As a result, the attack was a success.
gosh,
But it left 17 gigantic craters which have now filled up with water. And they're still there to be seen.
right.
That marks the front line. They even pick up live cells from there, you know?
God. That apparently is an engine house, but it was called an engine house, but it was a horse engine. Horse used to be tethered in the centre and go round and round in circles and power up something in these farm buildings. The dog here is quite pleased to see visitors. Throw this stick for me, please. It's got 2 registration numbers on the back of that trailer. Depending on what's pulling it, I suppose.
Top stone, and it's got the pinion.
Right.
Yeah, that's what the
bottom
horse machine would have powered, penny
It's a
machines.
flat one just with a hole in it. Wherever you see the cruise of the brace in it, that's the top runner. This is a one-piece stone out of, and it's what we call a quartzitic stone, big pieces of quartz. It's a very coarse sandstone. There's only certain veins of stones where you'll find this type of material, which is known as millstone grit. Its purpose. And then these fruits have to be chased out, and they're deeper in the centre, and they gradually get shallower and shallower to the periphery. And this stone you'll see there's a deep depression there. You've got a shaft which has got a crutch on it and a pin in the centre, and that comes up through the bottom fixed stone.
Right.
And it's only the one stone that's turning, so the top stone is turned, but they have to adjust the clearance. You've got a means of jacking the stone up, because as you appreciate, these are quartz stones, and if you were to allow them to run dry or in close contact, they will start to spark. And if you've got flour, this is how a lot of old mills catch fire, and actually sufficient dust or flour in the air is an explosive mixture. It will.
Nice, hopefully we're going downhill a bit now, but I fear we'll probably end up by going up again. But certainly is a remote spot to go walking. Glad I'm with other people. And I guess some of the vehicles must come up to the farm up through here. You'd hardly call it a road. What it must be like in the winter, I can't imagine. Or at least I can manage to keep towards the front of the group, downhill. Look at the gorse up on the hill there. Some of the road goes down there. Just passing by another old house. Wonder if anyone lives in there. It looks a bit abandoned. I wouldn't have thought anyone does now. It's certainly overgrown at the back here. No windows at all this side.
No, is that a barn or
Yeah, so we've just got Lee Cottage, which hasn't been occupied for many a year. The only thing I'm going to say is that my wife and I have just almost gone. Once that goes, we've seen the work that's been quiet for well over 600 years, because in the Luxor record of the Dutch castle in 1426.
I'll come here again in 20 years' time.
Well, I think it belongs to the farm up there, I suppose, as well. Maybe just stay there for
More hoof prints in the mud. People come down on here on horses, and there's a little stream here. Hoof prints straight through the stream. More trees across the road. If you can call it a road, that must be a difficult one. Nothing can get by that. Not on wheels. And there's the windows, not all of which are still intact. Some have been boarded over.
Lee Martin. Well, we were just discussing that. The question
And another one. Have to crawl under this one, I think. Is it easier for the water? Let's see how they get on there. I think I'll try this. Yeah, quite squelchy. Preferable to that though.
Well, he did reconnaissance, didn't he? No possibility. Any timber at all was fucking away.
Well, there's a, oops, sinking into the mud here. Look at that waterfall over there though.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like quicksand. You go and step on this and it seems alright, and then you find your shoe going quite deeply in. Well, certainly won't want to slip here.
It's firmer up there.
Yes.
Get you volunteers in with a pick and shove on the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, what we need to get the miners back.
Yes.
That's what we need.
No, you need someone to fall over.
Whew.
Meanwhile, what's coming out? No sign, really. Need a JCB on that. And we're at the other end of that.
Oh, there was a tube under the road, was
Yeah,
there?
it's a tube. Yeah, it comes out over there, but there's no water in it.
Oh, it's all got blocked up.
The culvert, it's not doing anything, is it?
No. Yeah, I used to run. Oh, there's the tube. Yeah, used to pour down there, but it doesn't anymore.
Well, there's a tube. There's an outlet this end. It's supposed to drain out through the... Oh,
Yeah, it's only a quick.
let you crawl up through.
Well, by looking at the map before we set out, I got a feeling this is about 3/4 of the way round, so I think we'll make it. I wonder if this waterfall's got a name.
Come on, Jan, really, get hard out. You wanted a water slide, you got a water slide.
Has it got a name?
This is called Four Hill Wood, and this is the waterfall that comes down from up the top there.
Right.
If you haven't got a map there, it'll probably show it on the map.
Now that would take some people, wouldn't it? I wouldn't it, George? The next thing is to get up there.
Yeah. Well, I see my battery's almost gone, so this might be the last shot I take on this walk. It's flashing red in front of my eyes. And that is the camcorder, not my normal eyes. So, in case this is all I can say on this walk, it's well worth it. Live tiring if you're not that fit.